Hi guys, this is Nicole here, and I was recording this video and then I ran out of space on my card, and I decided that okay, the battery didn't look like it was gonna last very long, so let's change the battery. So many obstacles to trying to film a video when I'm actually gonna talk today about habit building and how I'm trying to build habits that work towards my goals. So one of my goals is definitely to upload on YouTube every week for the next 6 months at least. So that means until June 2022. And the reason why I want to do YouTube is because I feel like it's one of the ways that this introverted person can bring some kind of positive impact somehow, or bring some value to people's lives in a way that is slightly more sustainable for my level of energy and my level of social meter. So yeah, I am definitely far from perfect, in case you need to be reminded. I think that that should not stop me from trying. In fact, this is helping me to overcome my perfectionism, which honestly happened because I have recorded a lot of videos that I've never uploaded because I think they're just not good enough. Today we're going to talk about habits, and I've been listening to this audiobook called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I listen to it while I'm doing housework, washing the dishes, or cleaning the kitchen, or folding the clothes. So it's something that I really enjoy doing. And the premise of this book, Atomic Habits, is basically that success, however you want to define it, is the product of daily habits instead of like a once in a lifetime kind of an action or transformation that happens. The author believes that success is like an accumulative kind of step or accumulative success instead of it being a magic bullet or some like wow big bang action that is going to propel you into success. So of course the first thing is to convert your goal into a habit. So my goal is that I want to make an impact on YouTube and bring some value to people's lives in a positive manner. And how I'm going to do that is by having a habit of uploading to YouTube once a week. And then you can go on to break it down even further. So instead of just writing out your goals and just expecting yourself to somehow get it done, the author suggests that you actually break down your goal into a habit system that will get you to your goal. You don't have to think about your goals, you don't have to think about the results. You actually focus more on the process in this one action. Focusing on this one action or this one thing also comes from this other book called One Thing, which I also enjoy. As you can see, there is like a theme to the books that I'm reading. In one of the chapters for Atomic Habit, the author has a strategy to how to make better habits that you can actually stick to long term, rather than being really excited at the beginning of the year, like when you do your New Year resolutions and then dropping it off as the year progresses. So he has 4 questions on how to make your habits better. How can I make it obvious? How can I make it easy? How can I make it attractive? And how can I make it satisfying? So let's try to use my habit or my goal of wanting to upload every week on YouTube as like a case study to go through these 4 questions. So hopefully you can do the same exercise if you're trying to create a habit that you would like to do to achieve a goal that you have for the year ahead. Before we go through the 4 steps to make my habit better, I will share with you what really stops me from continuing to upload on YouTube. And I think that would help me to kind of make my habit a little bit better and to remove all these obstacles, because remember, one of the questions is to make it as easy as possible. So some of the challenges I faced when I was doing YouTube and why I eventually stopped doing it consistently was because my initial kind of YouTube format was a lot of vlogging. I became really very overwhelmed with work, and trying to vlog when you're overwhelmed with work is very difficult because you've got to constantly remind yourself like, hey, you need to film something, you need to film something. And then when I'm resting at home, I find it very troublesome to have to make my home aesthetic, make my face aesthetic, make my clothes aesthetic. Everything have to be like aesthetic enough for YouTube. And I found that to be a huge obstacle, a huge burden that I didn't want to do. So I end up just like not doing it. Maybe I film a lot of things, but then I feel like it's not good enough for YouTube, so I don't upload it. Other reason is definitely perfectionism, which is the reason why I just want to simplify it and not think about too much about the final result, to focus on the habit and the process of uploading and publishing it first, and then we can slowly, once we get into the groove of things, once I get into the momentum of uploading, filming, editing weekly, I can then think about how I want to improve the video quality content or anything that I want to improve. Having listed down all my challenges, right? So the first question is, how can I make it obvious? I mean, I may not have like the best example. I'm just going to show you how I took what I read and learned and tried to apply it into my situation. So how do I make it obvious? So the first step that I want to do to make it obvious is that I'm going to put my camera there, right next to my computer screen, so it reminds me to record, it reminds me to film, and I also schedule some kind of YouTube activity every week. So I batch film, so I film at least 2 videos in one sitting, so I don't have to keep setting things up, so that makes it easier for me. And then putting it in the calendar and making it a priority, and not saying like, okay, this can be pushed back because it's my own thing, nobody is paying me for it. I try not to do that, so I schedule it in and try to make sure that I do the task that I put there. I don't know if this is making it obvious at all, but the other thing that I do is I also have a to-do list on my phone labeled YouTube, and in there I kind of dump all the things that I want to talk about potentially on the YouTube channel, and any links, any resources, any pictures, screenshots, or notes that I want to attach to the to-do. And when it comes to filming time, when I want to write out the list of things that I want to talk about, it becomes a lot easier because I have all the idea dumped there. I don't have to crack my brain every time I sit in front of the camera and try to think of what I want to talk about. So that makes it a lot more simple, fast, free. I don't know if it makes it obvious, but I guess it's one of the tasks where it's not a daily thing, it's kind of a weekly thing I do. So how can I make it easy is like one of the things that is the easiest for me to tackle in this particular habit. And how I made it easy is that I decided not to do vlogs, and I just wanted to sit down and do a chit chat video. So hence this format. I hope you're liking it. I mean, it's a lot easier for me, and I do feel that I just dive straight into the topic, which makes it a lot more efficient. Yeah, but once in a while I may do a vlog if there's enough interesting content, because I feel like nothing much happens in my life that's that interesting to vlog. So how can I make it satisfying? I think for me, the satisfaction has to come from just uploading, and I think I'm happy with that. I just want to get a video out there. I don't, because for me, like the setback has been like I film, I record, and I don't even upload it. So in this case, if I upload it, I think I'm very happy with myself, and I would call it a home run, because at the beginning stage, I'm just trying to build a habit, and I don't want to be over perfectionistic. I want to get over my fear of putting up things on the internet. So seeing the video get published, get scheduled is very satisfying for me, and I would give myself a high five. How do I make it attractive? Okay, so this is quite interesting. I did struggle with how do I make it attractive, but after a bit of brainstorm, what kind of reward that would make it feel so attractive that I would want to do this is every video I publish, I get 1 hour of work to just draw and watch like TV, whatever. I mean, watch TV on my computer. But it is an activity that I do enjoy, and I love to draw, and I want to improve and keep my drawing skills sharp, because I've been so busy on things that don't require me to draw, and I don't want to lose that skill because I don't want it to get rusty, because I do want that eventually to be the focus of my creative services that I provide at Company of the Brave. So yeah, this is me trying to implement a little bit of the principles behind Atomic Habit, and that is definitely a book I would recommend. If you don't have time to read, you can definitely just YouTube search Atomic Habits on YouTube, and you will probably find a lot of good like shrunk down content about it. But this is just my little sharing and my little 2 tiny cents on the topic on the internet. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for listening. Bye.